Hi, it's Dr. Luke to talk about target behaviors and goals. This is specifically going to help you out with the behavior change assignment, but also it's just good knowledge to have in general. So, target behaviors. We've been talking about behavior a lot in this class because, well, it's in the title. But target behaviors are a specific behavior that are tracked, and you'll be doing this in the behavior change assignment. You want to be succinct so you know what you're counting or you know what the behavior is and what it isn't. Sometimes it is called operationalizing a behavior. So it's an operational definition. So let's look at our example, which is slapping. So a not great definition would be hand on face. Well, does that mean like this, like this? Um, can it be on my face and shoulder? You get the idea. If two or three people were taking data on that, you may be counting behaviors that aren't in aren't necessary or aren't relevant. And when you're in a classroom or in a clinic or in any sort of environment where you're wanting to change a behavior, knowing what you're counting or knowing what the behavior is very important because if you're looking for the function of a behavior, you have to make sure that everyone is counting the same thing, or it's going to be harder to come up with the function of that behavior or ways to address it. So here's a better definition for slapping in the terms of how we're going to operationalize it. Open hand to either side of the face, above the shoulders, or on top of the head. A red mark does not have to be left. So that's getting a little bit better. The idea is you want to be succinct as possible. I would add on to that, anything that's closed hand, so anything in a fist, wouldn't be counted. Again, you're doing this to clarify because often there's more than one person taking the data to clarify what is it we are exactly talking about and what are we not talking about. I have a student in one of my master's courses who is looking to change inappropriate sexual behaviors in her middle school students. They have inappropriate touching, and it makes you smile a little bit, but you want to again be very specific in what behavior are we counting as inappropriate and what behavior are we not counting as inappropriate. Again, being specific is what helps. And as you start to come up for the behavior that you want to pick for your behavior change assignment, we can absolutely talk about how to operationally define it. And if you're struggling with that, please let me know when the time comes. So our goals, they should be measurable. That is, you'll know if you have accomplished the goal. Let's look at a goal that isn't measurable, but that you will see it oftentimes. Jasin will make baskets. Well, at first glance, you're like, all right, yep, that's measurable. If he makes a basket, he's made a basket. But how long does he have to make these baskets? Does he need to make three baskets? Does he need to make 16 baskets? Do they need to be in a row? So, again, you want to be more specific. And I'll want you to do this in your behavior change assignment as well. Make the goal measurable so that you know if you've met it. Again, if you haven't met the goal, that's okay. You'll know how to tweak it next time if you need to. So this is getting a little bit better. Jocelyn will make three baskets by the end of March. All right, excellent. But what kind of basket are we talking about? Are we talking about a regulation basket? Are we talking about a hula hoop basket? What kind of ball is he going to use? All of these things. So it's getting a little bit better. Given a basketball, all right, we know what kind of basket he's going to do, and we know what kind of ball he's going to use. Justin will make three baskets by the end of the March. And here it is. Here's the best goal. Given a basketball and a goal at regulation height, Justin will make three consecutive baskets by the end of March. And what makes it measurable, you hear a lot of different acronyms for how to make sure you've included everything. I think of it as this way. You've got a behavior, what condition, given the basketball, regulation basketball size, the criteria, how many baskets, the time by the end of March, and who's doing it. Um, it seems sort of silly. You're like, well, obviously the person I'm writing the program for is doing it, but why not put it in there just to be safe? So that is an example for a measurable goal. I will be including some additional information within the discussion forum for you to look at for other measurable goals. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great time.